Hi, I'm Diana Sullivan. I'm posting some sample lessons from my beginning machine knitting course. Check out this lesson and then consider getting all 35 lessons either on 2 DVDs or on a USB flash drive. Doing these lessons can really jumpstart your skills and your confidence. Click on the link for this course as well as all my patterns and products. Now, I want you to imagine that this little piece of knitting is on one side of a neck, and that this over here would be the armhole side of the knitting, and that this over here would be the neck side of the knitting. Now, to have a sweater that fits and looks good, you would want to shape the shoulder. You would want it to have a slope like this, because the sweater will fit much better and look much better if you have a shoulder slope. If you don't slope the shoulder, you get wrinkles or other negative appearance issues in the sweater. The setting on the machine is going to go from the normal setting, over to the hold setting. And for this particular shoulder, I am going to shape it in a certain pattern. I am going to shape 3 stitches the first row and then 1 more, 3, then 1, 3, then 1, until I have made the shoulder slope. So with the carriage on the right hand side, it's over on this side, I'm going to bring 3 stitches to hold on the left hand side. Then I'm going to knit from right to left. The machine knitted the needles over to here. Then it just laid the yarn over the remaining needles. Now if I were to knit back without a wrap or an additional stitch, it would make a hole right here, and I don't want a hole to make my shoulder look ugly. I am going to add another stitch to hold, another needle to hold, so that I did a decrease of 1 needle with the machine on the left. On the carriage side, you can only decrease by 1 needle, because if I were to put several in hold, then the yarn would have to go over them and it would make a big ugly loop. So I knit to the right. From the right I can do 3 more needles into hold, so I decrease by 3, knit to the left, decrease 1 more, knit to the right, decrease by 3, knit to the left, decrease by 1, knit to the right, decrease by 3, and knit to the left, and that's my shoulder slope. Now, you really can't see the shoulder slope very easily at all with it hanging on the machine, but if I take it off on a contrasting piece of waste yarn, you'll be able to see how the shoulder was shaped. So I'm going to take some of this lavender yarn and take the knitting off, and I'm going to do that by putting the machine back in the normal setting. Now it will knit all the needles. Now if you were really knitting a shoulder, you might have scrapped off like this, or you might have bound off. That would be a decision you would have to make as you worked. Let me take this off the machine and show the slope. Here on the wrong side of the knitting, I think it's very obvious that there is a slope running uphill from the left to the right. And of course on the right side of the knitting, you can also see it. And notice how there's little bumps where I did the shaping. Those hardly show at all from the right hand side. So that's the first method of shaping a shoulder. If you like the sample lesson, consider getting the whole course, which is available at www.dianaknits.com. And did you know I have hundreds of machine knitting videos on YouTube? Check out my channel, Diana Knits, and subscribe. I also have a blog and a Facebook group. These are all free resources to help you on your machine knitting journey.